a guest of this program, I would like to share some few thoughts on the theme Transformational Leadership, a springboard for sustainable development. In other words, transformational leadership, key to sustainable development. The modern idea of transformational leadership is based around 4 elements described by Bernard Bass in 1985. That is idealized influence, intellectual stimulation, individualized consideration, and the inspirational motivation. Then somebody may ask, what is transformational leadership at all? Transformational leadership is a style first described by an American historian and political scientist, Jake McGregor-Burns, in his 1978 book, Leadership, and expanded on during the 1980s by fellow scholars Bernard Bass. McGregor has studied various political leaders, including both Franklin D. Roosevelt and John F. Kennedy, all former presidents of the United States of America. And it is during this period he developed his theories, including transformational and transactional leadership. It is a style which is utilized by leaders possessing specific traits, who look to work alongside their team members to identify change and develop the next action steps. But most importantly, they transform others, developing and empowering their individual followers to become leaders and of themselves. Transformational leadership was utilized by notable historical figures such as Mahatma Gandhi and Nelson Mandela, and is thus also often associated with the servant leadership philosophy. It is also particularly used in change management and strategic planning to develop and deliver a specific vision for the team or the organization, or to change the culture of the company. In Bass' interpretation, he identified 4 separate elements that make up transformational leader, which became known as the 4 I's. These were idealized influence, intellectual stimulation, inspirational motivation, and individualized consideration. These 4 elements, in Bass' view, were crucial if a leader wished to inspire, nurture, and develop their followers. This would be used to create an open, communicative, and diverse culture, allowing followers to freely share ideas and therefore to empower them on an individual level. Transformational leaders are often described as mentors and role models, and they lead by example, encouraging an environment where innovative thinking is aligned with values, beliefs, and objectives, and the organization and individuals are openly recognized for their contributions and for going above and beyond the norm expected of them. So the 4 I's, that is 1, idealized influence. This refers to the way in which transformational leaders exert their influence within a group. These leaders are deeply respected by their team due to the example that they set for others. Behind this, they provide a clear vision and a sense of belonging, which encourages individuals to buy into the long-term objectives of the organization and drives them to achieve their own and corporate sustainable goals that leaves an indelible mark in the memory of all. Therefore, these individuals act as powerful role models, and their followers copy or imitate them as they wish to become leaders based around the example set. 2, intellectual stimulation. Transformational leaders create a diverse and open environment within which they encourage others to innovate and to form new ideas for the organization and themselves. They seek other paths to goals which stray from the norm and openly push others to challenge their own beliefs and values, as well as those of the company. This is why this style of leadership can play such an influential role in change and strategic planning. It is this environment created by transformational leaders that foster development that is sustainable across the nations all over the world. 3, inspirational motivation. Transformational leaders play an important role in improving performance by working to raise through team morale, through motivational techniques, and acting as inspiration for their followers. They are happy to communicate their high expectations to individual followers and motivate them on a singular level to gain their commitment to a shared organizational team or corporate values. When the individual is committed to organizational goals, it intrinsically encourages them to work harder to reach these objectives. When combined with the individual influence that transformational leaders exert, inspirational motivation helps make up these leaders' charisma. Inspirational motivation is a prerequisite for sustainable national development. It will take motivated workforce to deliver excellent services, thereby increasing productivity. Now, individualized consideration. Transformational leaders actively work to create a diverse environment and supportive environment where individual differences are respected and celebrated. They will know each of their followers individually and will happily listen to any concerns or needs that their team members may have. They act as mentors and coaches for team members, working to develop, empower, and inspire them to achieve more and to become more. This individual effort is key to achieving the best results and creating future leaders. Individuals' consideration incorporates the value of knowing the diverse potentials and talents within the organization, knowing the strength and weakness of your team for strategic advantage, knowing each team member, celebrating and recognizing their valuable contributions to the organizational success ensures sustainable national development. So, how can one become a transformational leader? With the above overview and understanding of behaviors and attributes that Bass considered, all true transformational leaders to possess, become one is not an overnight phenomenon. Individuals have to work to become leaders of high inspiration, and it may be suited to some personalities over others. Please permit me to share with you some steps which you can take to drive yourself towards the next level of leadership. Identify individual strengths and weaknesses. Develop an inspiring vision for the future. Motivate everyone to buy into the vision. Manage and involve yourself in the delivery. Reinforce your relationship with the team. Trust and loyalty are key in this regard. Mr. Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed, with the incorporation and adoption of the 4 I's, which I will call the DNA of transformational leadership, we would be able to have sustainable development across all sectors of our nation. Long live Chartered Institute of Leadership and Governance. Long live Ghana. Thank you.
You don't just attend distinguished fellows just due to academic credentials or any other thing. Distinguished fellows are people who have really excelled in training others and also training themselves. And they are also people who have also shown a great commitment onto the professional body. They've trained other people with us, they've been with us, but they've done a lot for the professional body and they themselves. And in Africa, we have 2 in Nigeria. It's only Nigeria we have 2. So we are going to get the next 3 distinguished fellows today, and they are also coming from Ghana. And I would like to take this opportunity to introduce our distinguished fellows. And as I go ahead to even introduce them, I also want to use this opportunity to also let other members also know that they can also one day become distinguished fellows and already know the criteria to follow. First of all, you need to attend our continuing professional development trainings. It's just twice in a year, but we encourage members to also attend that of other professional bodies. Aside that, they should also do community work, project works for community. They should do it in a way that they can get us a report of it. You just don't go and do it, just come and inform us. We need the reports. And aside all these things, they should also avail themselves to facilitate some of our trainings. Now we have lead road show in almost all the universities we are doing. So 2020, they should do that. And lastly, our articles. You should try as not just any article. We just want articles that will bring national development, that people, when they read, it would help them to come out with projects. So I present the first person, and he is the immediate past General Secretary of the Christ Apostolic Church International, which he served for 12 years. He has also served as CAC in the following positions: Regional Area Pastor. He has also served as the Chairman, Interim Management Committee of Christ Apostolic Church International, Field Director, Christ Apostolic International, Director, Christian Education, Christ Apostolic International. He Has also acquired some professional certificates, and with this background, he has a certificate in management development from Pacific Institute in the US, diploma in theology in 1990 in Tonong Bible College, Singapore, BA theology in 1992 in International Correspondence, University, USA, Masters in Divinity 2008, Philadelphia Baptist Seminary in USA, MA in Missiology 2001, Columbia International University, USA, MA in Global Studies 2019, Columbia International University, USA, Doctor of Philosophy in Integrated Missions, Northwestern Christian University, and also a candidate for doctorate in ministerial leadership, Columbia International University. He is currently a fellow of SOG and also a NEC member. He has also authored many Christian books and currently has 7 books published to his credit and still writing more. He was also one of the facilitators for our just immediate African Leadership Summit we had also in Accra. Mr. Chairman, the head Ryan Akwalache, I present to you Apostle Dr. E.O.K. Donko. Numeracy from the London South Bank University and PhD in Mathematics Education from the University of London, as well as certificate in coaching mathematics from the Oxford Brookes University, all in the United Kingdom. He is a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Leadership and Governance and a member of the Board of Directors of Ghana International School. He has taught mathematics education in British and Ghanaian universities and is a former head of postgraduate certificate in education mathematics at the University College of London, a former head of postgraduate certificate in education at the University of Greenwich, a former head of the Department of Science and Mathematics Education at the University of Cape Coast, and a former deputy director of the Institute of Education also at the University of Cape Coast. He is the current president of the Ghana Education and Research Association and a council member of the World Teacher Professional Development and Performance Appraisals, as well as papers on management systems and project evaluation. I present to you Professor Jonathan Fletcher. Happens to be, he is also the General Overseer and founder of Liberty Global Christian Church International, with branches in Germany, USA, UK, Canada, and Ghana. He is also a leader of Ministers Manor International, CEO of Godly Wisdom for Winning, and the president of Prince Hampel World Outreach. In February 1962, Archbishop stayed with and served under Reverend J.B. of Bethany Christ Church for over 4 years, after which he attended a Bible school to perfect his ministry. In 1971, he became chairman of Ghana Council of United States. In 1974 was his European tour, where he traveled across Europe, including Germany, UK, and Belgium. He has traveled and ministered in 63 different countries, has been in the ministry for 55 years, and has trained over 3,000 leaders worldwide. He has also authored several books. He is married to Mrs. Augustina Hampel for 44 years, with 5 children, namely John Hampel, Otiu Hampel, Boatema Hampel, Nyanta Hampel, and Equiefrie Hampel. Lawyer Kolache, I present to you Archbishop Dr. Prince Hampel.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm told Professor Fletcher had to catch a flight at the airport, so he's not with us. Your indulgence that we ask somebody to stand in for Professor Fletcher. We call him Teacher Fletcher. If somebody can stand in for the cameras. Later we'll go to his office to ask him to swear the oath, and he will sign the read. After the signing and the swearing, he has to do it. But we'll do it another time. But somebody can stand in for him. Abide by, follow and uphold all the provisions of the Constitution and bylaws of the Institute, to the best of my ability, live up to the commitments and responsibilities as a distinguished fellow, pursue the ideals and objectives of the Institute, carry out my duties in such a way as to promote the development and professional image of Silk, and support in whatever way I can in the implementation of the Institute's projects and activities. Uphold the integrity and professionalism of the leadership and governance industry. Act responsibly towards the welfare, health and safety of all members of the Institute, environment and community in general. Continue my professional development throughout my career and actively assist and encourage fellow members as well as non-members to advance their leadership and governance knowledge and expertise. Strive to serve the interests of my employers loyally without compromising professional integrity or ethics. Build my professional reputation on merit and compete fairly where competition is appropriate. Promote actively national and international understanding, goodwill and cooperation amongst leadership and governance practitioners. Shall you raise your right hand? So help me God. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Chief of Sewa, that's Sewa Henny, is right here. Please let's give him a hand whilst he comes to do the presentation. So Nana Sakodie, he's not here. So constantly remind you of your assignments and your good work as well. Thank you very much, Brigadier General Joseph Adoko. Jase of Tafuman Akomu to do us the honor.
Presentation.
Thank you very much, Nana Answer Call, the fourth. So we'll do the very last one. Don't go. Once again, and we're doing this, that's the Heroes Award. And it goes to Mrs. Mercy Asamoah. I'd humbly call on Professor Clements Bar Sumwa, President Christ Apostolic University College, to do us the honors. Please let's give a hand to Professor. Sweet, beautiful, Oheneyere Dr. Gifty Auntie of the standpoint. Behind every successful woman, there's a strong man too, right? Yes. Congratulations. Oheneyere Dr. Gifty Auntie. We are proud of you. I understand your beautiful wife is here as well. So, wives, assist the husbands. Congratulations once again, and thank you, Professor. For our next member, we'll do us the honors. And this award, Reverend, Right Reverend Christopher Nyako Andam. Right Reverend Christopher Nyako Andam. Please let's give him a hand whilst he comes towards the award. Congratulations, Right Reverend. Congratulations. Congratulations. Show, my Nana. Congratulations, and thank you so much, Nana. God bless you. You can come around and give her support as well. Yes. I'm sure she would appreciate that. Thank you so much, and congratulations once again.
The first one is Madame Genevieve Pelduncan. Madame Genevieve Pelduncan. Genevieve Pelduncan. Maybe you thought that is one of the meetings. Chartered Institute of Leadership and Governance is not one of the meetings. It's a dignified, honorable, sanctified, amazing, wonderful meeting. Being part of such a meeting, you are gone. Think through if you can be part of it. It's well carved. It's well carved. We don't just go in for just leaders, but we go in for well educated, well versed, well cultured, with emotional integrity leaders, which is the cause that we are trying to carve for the world. And I'm doing that with the professor who spoke at first. I'm doing that from my end, and he is doing that from the Lego. And we are coming together to build it up. Friends, can we rethink leadership as we heard from Kwame Sapon? I knew Kwame Sapon for over 20 years. Started from humble way. And this is our guy, a Brefo, Thomas Brefo. He is the immediate one in between us. He is a high qualified administrator on this earth from US. When we started from few and see what has happened. This institution that we started just as a little seed, and our lawyer Akolache has been one of the major stirrer of this institution, and see what we are seeing today. Please, next year it will be higher than this. We are trusting God. If the Lord is not in, it will be higher than this. We are inviting some people to come and see, because people in Ghana, until they see the thing and feel it, they will never trust that this kind of thing is in the world. Listen to me. Europe, the whole Europe, they are meeting at Dubai. Is it this week or next week? 22nd. Europe, the same session. The same session. Can we come out with businessmen, not just business, with the emotional intelligence, who can handle the leadership of the nation?
bring education to another level, who can bring agriculture into the processing of our product, who can bring our situation, turn the potholes to asphalts, where we can use our road more than centuries. Can we have leaders who can build our churches for them to meet the need, spiritual, intellectual, social, and emotional aspect of it? Can we have leaders who can transform the full nature of Ghanaians? Can we have leaders who can build up our system where we can turn money and we can be rich? Can we have leaders where mortality can be reduced? Friends, Nanano and the professors, we appreciate your coming. I'm not doing the appreciation, the one will come and do it. Do you want to study? It's more than enough. No certificate, you can join us. Build you up, and for you to write papers, for you to get on top. I've done my first retreat, I'm doing my second retreat. Because of this institution, I turn the whole thing, gearing it to leadership. And not just leadership, ministerial leadership. I always tell bankers that you are not doing the right thing. How can you waste my time whilst you need my money? Take my name, if I have passport, scan it. Let me go my way. My number, you can call me and trace me. And fill this page, fill this page. Waste of time. It's not leadership. So we just need your number. If you don't give us your name, it's enough. God bless you. God bless you.
Inducted members. So please get ready. Our newly inducted members. Thank you very much, distinguished fellows.
Team induction and award ceremony. The Chartered Institute of Leadership and Governance, Ghana chapter. Please don't forget to pick up your dinner tickets at the front desk or the front table.